What's up, everybody? It's Tide here, and today I am going to show you how to do this
Lights out, music on.
with the Roland SP-404 MK2 and the software by Imaginado Visual Synthesizer 2. Now, if you want to be able to trigger the visuals on Visual Synthesizer 2 with your Roland SP-404 MK2, you're going to need a few things. You're going to need a USB cable Type-C, the Roland SP404 MK2, and the Imaginado Visual Synthesizer 2. Now you can purchase the Visual Synthesizer 2 software using my affiliate link located down below in the YouTube description. Alright, so we have to do a few changes on the SP404 MK2 settings. So what we're going to do is press Shift Utility, then we're going to move the third knob to go over to MIDI. And these are the settings I have, which is MIDI sync to USB, MIDI sync out on, sync note on, bend sync DJ on, pad note out on, soft through off, USB MIDI through, PC RX on, and MIDI mode A. MIDI mode A is very important because it's going to help to trigger the visuals on the Visual Synthesizer 2 easily. Pad MIDI channels, that's going to be off because you have MIDI mode A on. MIDI extension SRC, just leave that at toggle. I don't know what that does. So once you have all those set, now we can connect your Roland SP404 MK2 to your computer or laptop with a USB Type-C cable. So once you have your USB Type-C cable, it's the one with the rounded end, you're going to stick that into the USB port. Now it's going to say switch to battery if you don't have a power adapter plugged in and you're just running off of your batteries. Alright, we have everything connected. I have my USB Type-C cable plugged into my laptop. I have samples loaded onto the pads, and we're going to trigger those pads to trigger the visuals on the Visual Synthesizer 2 software.
Lights out, music on. Lights out, music on.
So a few things to note. As you could tell when I was hitting the pads, if I was just tapping it, the visual would only stay on the screen for a little split second. But if I actually held down the pad, then the visual will stay on the screen longer. Alright, so now that we have everything connected, we're going to load some visuals and set up the MIDI. So first of all, what I like to do is I double click the first layer. I have a visual picked. And what you want to do to connect the MIDIs together is, first of all, press MIDI Learn. And you're going to notice once you click this layer right here and you press a pad on your SP404 MK2, it's going to leave a note 39. If I press a different pad, it'll say note 43. And that's the corresponding MIDI channel. So we're just going to go back to note 39. And then we're going to turn off MIDI Learn. You want to make sure that trigger MIDI is on. And this is the important part. I actually got help from the creator of Imaginado's Visual Synthesizer 2 software on this part. So you want to just make sure your channel is on channel 1. That's stereotypically the channel that your MIDI is going to be on. And the note range, remember when I said that it says note 39? So what you want to do is make sure that it says note 39. For the note range, you want to set it to note 39 as well. And to do that, these little slider knobs are going to be like that initially. You want to make sure that you line up both sides to 39. Otherwise, If you don't, it's going to trigger the visuals on all the pads. So as you can see, I'm pressing different pads and it's still triggering the same visual. So what you're essentially doing when you set it to 39, the same value as what it shows on the layer, you are filtering out the notes so that it only triggers note 39. If you have any questions on connecting your SP404 MK2 to the Visual Synthesizer 2 software, go ahead and leave a comment down below. If you found the video very helpful, make sure you give me a like and also send me a subscribe if you haven't subscribed to me yet. Also, keep an eye out in the future for more finger drumming visual videos. I will be uploading at least once a week. Also, if you want to purchase the Visual Synthesizer 2 software, go ahead and click the affiliate link down below in my YouTube description. Alright guys, take care and see you in the next video. Peace. Every beat it's adrenaline race. Shadows dance, bodies and all. We hit the rhythm, crack 'em in the jaw.